How can we use a person-centered approach with teens and adults? Hi, I'm Dr. Megan, and I guide people in growing, learning, and cultivating connection and curiosity. Lately, I've been doing some videos on structured versus play-based approaches, and someone asked a wonderful question: how do we apply this information when we're working with teens and adults? Because I've mostly been focusing on child-led play-based approaches, which typically you're going to be using for early intervention and early childhood. The basic principles are still the same. You're going to follow the lead of the person that you're working with and try to develop a strong, connected teaching relationship with them first. Now, obviously, that's going to look a lot different if you're working with teenagers and adults than if you're working with 2 and 3-year-olds or even young elementary school age children. But the initial things you're going to do are pretty much the same. When you first meet someone, you're going to join in as much as they will let you, which often means you're just observing, closely watching them, trying to understand their preferences and what they, brings them joy. And you might try to imitate and, follow their lead with whatever it is they're doing. So if they're playing a game on the iPad or the computer, or they're watching certain TV shows, or they're pacing around the room or sitting in a certain chair, whatever it is, you are a casual observer and a person who's seeking to understand the client in front of you. A lot of the things that we do to connect with clients who are teens and adults usually is very idiosyncratic to the client. It might be finding out about their favorite things, like if there's certain video games they play or shows they watch or books they read, characters, if they have a high interest thing like cars or elevators or escalators, trying to learn about those different things so you can bring items relating to those things, or you can hold a conversation with them, whether you're vocally communicating back and forth or you're just telling them some facts you learned or asking them to show you in their way, whatever that way of communicating is, the various things that, again, bring them joy. So in this video, I focused very quickly on how we're going to connect with our teen and adult clients. And in a future video, I'll talk more about the actual teaching and what that looks like once you've built that strong connection. But initially, you still have to put in the work to build that trust and show the client that they can trust you and that you're here to align with their preferences and their needs and wants and support them in designing the environment that brings them the most joy. If this topic is of interest to you, make sure to give me a follow as I continue to talk about things we can do to do better in the field of behavior analysis, parenting, teaching, really just being a human.